Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at Cubasis 3 and we are taking a look at the waves collection. So if we look at this at an effect, you'll see the Cubasis effects here. You have something called waves. Now most of you will already know this, of course. We have a waves audio track, waves H delay, waves L1 plus, and the waves Q10, and the waves Tune RT, which is the waves or auto tune. I won't be taking a look at the auto tune because I'm not a singer, but most of you will get the idea. You know how it works. You can feed in your vocals and it will tune them up. It's pitch correction. You can be extreme or very subtle, of course. Anyway, but that's the only one we're not going to look at. Okay, so let me just close that there. I can switch that off. So I have some drums here and some guitar. So there's this guitar, and you can see I've got a bunch of these waves effects on this. So we won't be using the auto tune, like I said. So at the moment, everything is bypassed. So just let's start with the guitar. I'll just solo out here like this. And just reset the loop point. So H delay, let's start with H delay. Very, very, very cool delay. Now, just be aware that when you first load in H delay, the dry wet will be all the way up like this. And if you're using it as an insert, this would be if you were using this ascend effect, of course, so they expect you to be doing, but we are using it as an insert, so make sure you drag your dry wet down to a suitable level. Okay, you have ping pong, BPM, host, or milliseconds for the speed, feedback, lo-fi, a very cool high pass and low pass, and if we switch this over to milliseconds, very cool for bucket brigade delays. I'm going to put the wet quite high, so we got some modulation. Okay, let's turn that off. Let's stick with the guitar for a sec and look at the L1 here. This is a maximizer basically. So we can see the input and the output here. We can control the input left and right, or link them together. Sorry, switch it on. Oh, sorry. You just hold on to this and drag. This will increase the volume now. Start to get reduction. Then we can control the output ceiling. So you're going to get some saturation. And then we can do the same again here. So relative controls. And then you have different quantized amounts. This is all subtle stuff. You do get presets, of course. If we go to list browse here, click on it again, click on the factory presets. You get different presets for different jobs, if you like. Let's turn it off. Q10 is a equalizer, an EQ. It's very good. I think it's a preset I have set here, which is guitar enhance. Very cool. Now, the thing to look at with the EQ is we have 10 bands here, which is cool. If we select the band, look, we just click on the band to select it. Here, you'll see the color change. If we click on, say, for instance, number 8, you've got complete control over that band. And if we click on number 1, you'll see this. We can control the actual gain of that band, the frequency, so we can put the frequency wherever we like. The Q point here, so let's increase the gain and let's sort the band out. Maybe better to actually, there we go. We're on band 1 and actually swap this out now, and you can see we can go quite sharp with the actual Q point here. So, and then we can move that frequency along, and you can do that for all. You can do that for all the bands, you know. And then you have different shapes that you can apply to each of the bands. You can see I'm applying all this to the first band, but if we were to select number 8, we could do the same thing there. That's you kind of get that. Let's switch that off. It's going to wreck our mix otherwise. And then you have the tune. But I'm going to look at the drums now. So I've got a limiter on here, which isn't anything to do with waves. But let's switch on the audio track now. So if we look at the audio track, this is one of my favorites, the audio track. So this is good for all audio sort of thing. And in fact, you have lots of different presets as well. But, you know, it's easy enough to dial in a sound that you want. By the way, waves, this set is only available inside Cubasis 3. It's an IAP, so you need to buy it if you want it. But you buy the collection sort of thing, and it's well worth it. It's waves. Anyway, right, let's listen to this. I'll turn the microphone down because I want you to listen to how radically it changes the sound, or how subtly it changes the sound. Again, you have controls for each band, just like you do in the EQ. And you only have 4 bands here. And again, different shapes. I think it's really good. I really like the audio track. Okay, let's switch on. We've got our EQ as well on here, and I'm not sure if I used a preset here. I may well have done. Let's see. Sorry, Q10. A loudness. So super. Just enhances the volume a little bit. Again, we've looked at this, but we can switch it back on. Scroll through the different bands here or here. Very nice. See, it's a really, really versatile EQ. You can get really surgical if you want to. Okay, and then I've got a HDA on here, and this time what I've done is I've I've got it on milliseconds, super fast speed here, and quite a lot of feedback, and we'll get like a comb filtering effect. And with this effect, the high pass and the low pass filters, you'll know, and the modulation, you'll notice it's very cool effect. So it almost smears out the comb. Great for sound design stuff. And then but when we speed this up, and then bring this up a little bit, how cool's that? Very, very, very cool. Now you can, if you want to go bonkers, let's switch them all on. You can, of course, add the auto-tune in and play around with that if you want to. Of course, if you're a singer, this is great, but really for me it's not, because I'd never use it. So I need to really kind of dial in a preset here. So I never used this, so I'm not really sure what to care in. Let's see, factory presets. Don't think we're really going to wear this, are we? On drums. And then we have an analog dial here. We can go all dub style as well. Yeah, awesome. What haven't we added in here? Do we have an L1 on here? No, let's add in an audio track. So, waves L1. Let's choose a factory preset. Oh, here you go. Here's the maximizer. Switch that delay off a sec. Different shapes, shaping controls. That's very cool. Anyway, guys, look. I've gone on long enough. I just wanted to go through because I get what happens is we have so many apps that get released all the time, of course. We tend to forget what we already have. And especially with Cubasis, its built-in stuff is just, it's outstanding. It's really, really great. So, you know, you should dig in. But the Wave, if you don't already have it, the Wave stuff is well worth it, because it's apart from the fact it's really high quality as well. It's well worth having, because it kind of covers a wide range of jobs for you that are just little pieces of enhancement that you need for a mix, you know, for your music. Anyway, listen, I'm gonna go. Shut me gob. I'll see you guys later. Ta-da. Oh, please strike that like and subscribe.